There will come a time when the hidden eye will open once again, a time when those who have been asleep will awaken to the kingdom that has always been within them. And that time is now. If you're hearing these words, it's because something within you has already begun to move. You are one of the called ones, one of those who can sense, even without knowing why, that there is something far greater than what we were told. You see, there's a secret the church never revealed to you. Something removed from the Gospels, hidden beneath centuries of rituals, fear, and manipulation. A teaching that was buried, but never forgotten. Jesus spoke in codes. Not because he wanted to confuse you, but because he needed to protect something sacred, a knowledge so powerful and so dangerous to systems of control that it could only be understood by those ready to see. Listen with an open heart. Why did Jesus speak of a single eye that fills the whole body with light? Why were mystics, saints, and prophets depicted with glowing halos around their heads? And why did the church erase the teaching that you, yes you, are the true living temple of God? These are not metaphors, not poetic tales or symbolic parables. They are spiritual and anatomical truths. And for almost 2,000 years, they were hidden from you. But something is changing now. You feel it, don't you? That quiet restlessness deep within the soul, that silent voice whispering, there's more. More than dogmas, more than empty promises, more than the fear you were taught to call faith. The religion you were given does not reflect the Christ that lives within you. And that's why you're here, not by chance, but because you were called to remember what was forgotten, to reignite what has been asleep, to awaken the divine light that has always lived within you. But know this path is not for everyone. Only those with eyes to see will understand. And by the end of this teaching, you will know exactly what that means. So, with your heart awakened, let's return to the words of Jesus, one of his most mysterious codes, Matthew 6:22-23. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. Now, pause and reflect. Taken literally, this makes no sense at all. Would Jesus have forgotten that humans have two eyes? Or was he speaking of something entirely different, something spiritual, hidden, that transcends flesh and the senses? Hold that question, because what you're about to discover will make everything fall into place. Throughout history, every true mystic, initiate, and seeker understood what Jesus was truly pointing to. The third eye, the inner vision, the sight that does not look outward, but inward into the kingdom within. Look at the ancient traditions. Hindu deities with the sacred point between the eyebrows, Egyptian gods with the eye of Horus, symbol of awakened consciousness. Buddhist monks meditating, focusing exactly on that point between the eyes, and Christian saints painted with golden halos radiating light from their heads. Why always there? Why does the light emerge from that very spot? Take a deep breath and realize. They all knew what Jesus knew, that there is a portal within you, a divine lamp that once lit transforms your entire being. And this is not merely symbolic, it is spiritual, energetic, biological. It is written into the very structure of your existence. Jesus wasn't speaking of imagination or simple positive thinking. He spoke of a living light, real, tangible, a divine spark that dwells at the center of your being. And that light has an origin. The temple is the body. You know this passage. Jesus enters the temple in Jerusalem. The priests rise against him, challenging his authority. And then he says something that sounds insane. Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. John 2:19. They mock him, saying, it took 46 years to build this temple, and you will raise it up in 3 days. But John, the mystic evangelist, adds the key that most people overlook. But he was speaking of the temple of his body. Yes, the body. The sacred temple that houses the spirit, the living dwelling place of God, and it is within this temple that the mystery of the hidden eye is revealed. Because within the body there is an altar. At the center of the head there is a flame, and when that flame awakens, the entire body fills with light. That is what Jesus meant. And that is what, slowly, humanity is beginning to remember. Listen closely. This was never only about Jesus. It has always been about you. The temple was never a building, never made of stone, gold, or sacred curtains. The temple is the body, your body. Think for a moment. In the ancient Jewish temple, there was a symbolic structure, a sacred map. The outer court, the inner court, the Holy of Holies, the altar, the lampstand, the veil. And what if I told you that same map exists within you? That every chamber, every symbol, every relic has its living counterpart in your own body? The Holy of Holies, the most secret chamber where only the high priest could enter once a year, is your brain. More precisely, the center of your brain, where the pineal gland rests, hidden, protected, sacred. The altar, the place of offering, surrender, and emotion, is your heart. The golden lampstand that burned without ceasing is the light of your single eye, the inner lamp that must never go out. And the spinal column, that is Jacob's ladder, the bridge between earth and heaven, between the root and the crown, the path through which energy ascends and descends, just like the angels Jacob saw in his vision. Now, feel your heartbeat for a moment. The ancients knew something we've forgotten. Heaven and earth do not meet in a church. They meet in you. You are the temple, the place where the divine and the human unite, where spirit dwells in flesh, where the kingdom becomes tangible, real. Now try a simple exercise with me. Place your hand over your chest, right above your heart. Feel it beating, and whisper these words, even if you don't fully believe them yet. I am the temple. Say it again, softer, deeper. I am the temple. Perfect. Because if you are the temple, then the lamp within the temple must be lit. And it's in that very moment that everything begins to change. The pineal, the lamp of the body. So, let's talk about the lamp. In the ancient temple, there was a golden lampstand, 7 branches, a flame that never went out. It represented the presence of God dwelling among men. Now, within your brain, right at its geometric center, lies a tiny pine cone-shaped gland, the pineal gland. The ancients called it the seat of the soul. Descartes said it was the point where soul and body meet. And the Egyptians represented it as the eye of Horus. The Hindus call it Ajna, the third eye chakra. And Jesus, he called it the single eye. Modern science will tell you the pineal produces melatonin, regulates sleep, and responds to light. But what they don't tell you is far deeper. The pineal gland can literally perceive light. Your own pineal contains photoreceptive cells, the same kind found in your eyes. So tell me this, why would God put an eye inside your brain unless you were made to see something beyond this world? Not the light that comes from outside, but the light that comes from within. And that light can be reawakened. The pineal is one of the great mysteries of the human body. Over time, it calcifies, it dims, it loses intensity. But in deep meditation, in sincere prayer, in the absolute silence of your inner space, many people report visions, inner lights, a direct connection with the infinite. Science admits the pineal sees light, but it never explains why. Why would there need to be an eye inside the brain? We'll return to that question. But first, you need to understand what happened to it. Unless, of course, you were made to see beyond this world. Mystics across the ages devoted their lives to a single mission: to activate the pineal gland, decalcify it, rekindle the inner flame. The halos we see in ancient paintings were not mere decoration. They were real portraits of what initiates actually saw. Crowns of light, radiances, visible signs of an awakened pineal, of an expanded consciousness. Now, I want you to pause. Close your eyes, if you're in a safe place, and imagine a small flame at the center of your forehead, between the brows, deep inside your skull. See it flicker. Feel it grow, just a little brighter without force, simply invited. Breathe in deeply and exhale slowly. Did you feel warmth, tingling, a slight pressure? This is not imagination. It's the inner lamp beginning to respond. And if you're still here, if you've reached this point in the teaching, know this: it means something. Most people would have clicked away, returned to distractions, to the daily sleep, but you're still here, and that is not an accident. You are part of the hidden remnant, those destined to remember. And I want to honor this moment with you, not as a transaction, but as a seal. If something inside you moved just now, don't let it pass. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and write in the comments, "I am waking up." By doing that, you're not just interacting with a video. You're sending a signal into the unseen, declaring your awakening, and helping this teaching reach others who are also ready. The hidden ones, the remnant, those seeking the same light you've just found. This is not for everyone. It's for those who have eyes to see. It's for you, and you are part of it. Now let's go deeper. Because there is a reason the church feared this teaching and tried to erase it from history. Let me ask you something. What would happen if you truly believed that the kingdom of God is already within you? That you don't need a priest to access it? That you don't need a building, rituals, or intermediaries? That you, exactly as you are right now, carry the fullness of divinity inside your very body? What would happen to the system? It would collapse. See, the moment Jesus taught, the kingdom of God is within you. Luke 17:21. He signed his own death sentence. Because the temple in Jerusalem wasn't just a sacred place, it was an economic empire. The priests controlled access to God. You had to bring sacrifices, pay taxes, follow the system. And then Jesus said, "You don't need any of that. You are the temple. God is already in you." That wasn't heresy, it was revolution. After his death, his earliest followers tried to preserve the original message. The Gnostics, the mystics, the Desert Fathers, they practiced inner awakening, direct communion, the Christ within. But then the Roman Empire took over Christianity. And like every empire, it needed power. It centralized control, built hierarchies, raised cathedrals, wrote creeds, and little by little carefully erased everything that gave power back to the people. The Gospel of Thomas was banned. The Gospel of Mary was suppressed. Any text that spoke of inner knowledge, of gnosis, of the divine spark within humanity, was labeled heresy, burned, buried, forgotten. They taught you that you were born broken, sinful, unworthy, separated from God by an impossible chasm, and that only through the institution, through priests and their rituals, maybe, one day you could be saved. But that wasn't what Jesus taught. Jesus said, "You are the light of the world. You are God's sons and daughters of the Most High. The same Spirit that raised him from the dead lives in you. And if you've made it this far, some part of you has always known this. Let your eyes soften as you hear this. You were called to remember what they tried to make you forget. They didn't hide this teaching because it was false. They hid it because it was true. Because if you ever realized your own divinity, you wouldn't need them anymore. Now sit with these questions for a moment. What would my life look like if I truly believed the kingdom was already within me? Not in the future, not in heaven, but now. If the temple is the body, then what was the cross? If the lamp is the pineal gland, then what is resurrection really about? Hold on to these questions, because we're about to answer them. But what you're going to discover isn't what you think. This shift in perception, this realization, it's the beginning of true resurrection, because the pineal isn't just meant to see. It's the doorway that transcends death itself, the point where the physical and the spiritual meet, where life reveals itself beyond life. And if you are one of the few awake enough to hear this, then keep going, because from here on, the mystery only deepens. There's something curious in the Gospels. Every time Jesus encounters death, he calls it sleep. When Jairus' daughter dies, he says, "She is not dead, but only sleeping," Mark 5:39. When Lazarus dies, Jesus says, "Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep," John 11:11. The people around him mocked. They thought he was denying reality, but he knew something they didn't. Death and sleep are much closer than we imagine, and awakening is always possible. Think about it. Every night when you fall asleep, something extraordinary happens. Your pineal gland activates. It secretes melatonin, regulates your circadian rhythm, but it goes far beyond that. It opens the doorway between worlds. While you sleep, you dream. You leave the physical. You step into invisible realms, meet people who aren't here, witness events that haven't yet happened. You experience realities just as vivid as this one. Now, feel your body. The pineal gland is the bridge, the portal between the seen and the unseen, between the material and the spiritual. And in deep mystical states, when the pineal fully awakens, you don't need to be asleep to enter those realms. You can see them while you're awake. That is vision, that is prophecy, that is Christ consciousness. Living in two worlds at once, walking the earth while perceiving heaven. Jesus didn't just rise after 3 days in the tomb. He taught that resurrection is a state of consciousness, a leap from sleep to awakening, from darkness to light, from death to life, and it's available now. Paul said in Ephesians 5:14, "Awake, O sleeper, and rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." Awaken. Rise. Christ gives you light, not tomorrow, now. Resurrection isn't just a historical event, it's an inner event. It's the pineal igniting, the single eye opening, the temple coming to life. Every night you practice death, every morning you practice resurrection. But most people move through life asleep, eyes open but not seeing, alive but still dreaming. Jesus came to shake you awake, to activate the light, to resurrect you while you still breathe. Tonight, before you sleep, try this. As you drift off, place your attention at the center of your forehead and whisper, "I will awaken." Not just from sleep, but from everything that keeps you asleep inside. See each morning as a small resurrection, a return from the other side, a reminder of who you truly are. If this truth stirs something within you, if you can feel the light beginning to flicker, leave a comment. I will awaken. It's more than words. It's a signal to the universe, to yourself, to everyone else who's waking up. Because when you truly understand this, you'll see why Jesus said, "You will do even greater works than these." This is one of the most misunderstood verses in the entire Bible. Just before the crucifixion, Jesus said, "Truly, truly, I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these." John 14:12. Greater works than Jesus. How could that be possible? Take a deep breath. Unless Jesus wasn't asking for worship. He was offering replication. He didn't say, "Look at me, I'm special, I'm the only one." He said, "Look at me and see what you are capable of." Jesus guided humanity through stages. First, he called us servants, then friends, and finally, equals. Co-heirs with Christ, carriers of the same Spirit, the same light. The church wanted you to worship Jesus, but Jesus wanted you to become like him, to awaken your own inner Christ, to activate your single eye, to realize that the Father isn't somewhere in the sky, but within you. The kingdom of God is within you. I and the Father are one. You are God's. These aren't just poetic phrases. They're initiations, invitations. Jesus was the first fruit, the prototype, the one who showed the way. But he never said he was the last. He said, "Follow me, don't worship me. Follow me into the same awakening, the same light, the same resurrection." You are not less than Jesus. You're simply asleep. And the moment you awaken, when the pineal ignites and the single eye opens, you'll become what you've always been, the hidden Christ, the living temple, the light of the world. You made it this far. You've walked through every chapter, every revelation, every hidden secret, and that in itself already says something profound about you. You are not here by accident. You are here because something within you remembers, something that never fully went to sleep. And now, it's time to awaken it. This is the moment when everything changes, when knowledge becomes experience, when theory becomes living truth. If you're in a safe place, close your eyes now. If not, just soften your gaze. Take a deep breath. Let your body settle, as if it recognizes that something greater is about to happen. Bring your attention to the center of your forehead, not just on the surface, but about an inch or so inward, right at the center of your brain. That's where the pineal gland resides, the lamp of the body, the single eye. Now imagine a small golden flame there, warm, gentle, flickering. Don't force it, just invite it, just see it. With every breath, imagine that flame growing, a little brighter, a little stronger. As you inhale, it expands. As you exhale, the light spreads. Let that light fill your head, down through your throat, your chest, until it reaches your heart. Now allow it to flow through your entire body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Every cell, every bone, every drop of blood soaked in light. And notice, this light doesn't stop at your skin. It radiates outward, forming a luminous field around you. You are shining. You are the temple. You are the light of the world. If you've made it this far, quietly or aloud, something deep inside you is calling for more. The single eye is open. For a purer truth, Christ, a sharper awareness within me, and a more intimate connection with the unseen force that gives shape to the visible. And now, I want to share with you something that will expand your consciousness even further. Get ready to take the next step. The lamp. I present to you the map of the higher self. Truly goes a powerful e-book. It may dim born from my most intense and authentic with the noise of daily life. It brings together practices, there, insights for you, and mental the more keys you return to it, that will guide you on a path of clarity. Is the teaching Jesus shared with his inner circle. But it doesn't stop there. Mystics practiced in caves when you get the deserts. You'll also receive free access to the sacred library. But what now? An exclusive digital collection of the second coming is not a man descending from our clouds. It is the Christ consciousness rising within concealed from humanity for centuries. Every time someone awakens with their single eye, this prophecy is not just one step closer. It's a tool. But here's the truth they never told you. If you've arrived here, it's through someone else. This is a sign. You're ready to elevate your perception and take control of your own reality to the world. Click the link in the pinned comment and dive into this journey of self-knowledge. If something moved inside you during this activation, and if something shifted even slightly, I've handpicked two essential videos, and I want you to seal further everything we explored today. Subscribe to this channel. Choose one, not as a exploring the deeper layers, but as a declaration. Remember, I choose the truth is not found in the noise of the hidden remnant, but in the silent voice of awakening. Share this message with someone ready to awaken, someone who loves Jesus but has felt trapped by religion. Before you leave this space, know this: there's more waiting for you. Keys, prayers, activations, hidden in sacred scrolls, meant only for those who are truly awakening. If you're ready to walk this path with others, to find the hidden remnant, there's a private sanctuary for you. A space where seekers gather, decode, and remember together. This teaching isn't for everyone. It's for those with eyes to see, and you have seen. Remember what I told you at the beginning. There will come a time when the hidden eye reopens. That time is now. That time is you. The prophecy is fulfilled. because you have reopened the eye. You weren't waiting for Christ to return. You are the living Christ awakening in the world. The prophecy was never about waiting. It was always about remembering. And you just remembered. The temple is alive, the lamp is lit, and you are the promised light. Walk in that light. Let it guide you. Let it transform you. And know this, you were always meant to find your way here. Welcome home.